So yeah, something I wanted to speak to you about is consent. When the man and the woman are about to have sex, why it's important, etc., and different people's feelings about it. Just to clarify, I think consent is 1000% necessary.
Of course.
And I think the concepts that someone would believe it wouldn't be is kind of ridiculous. In fact, I advocate that you don't just want consent, but you want rapturous consent, you know? You don't want them to be just like, oh, okay, I think I will have sex with you. You want them to go, yes, I really want to have sex with you. Please, let's do this now. That's the kind of consent that I would say that you want, but
yeah, so it needs to be a fuck yes. Like, never be intimate with someone or have sex with someone unless it's a fuck yes. It needs to be a fuck yes. It's never a yeah, maybe, yeah, but yeah, then it's like, no, then it's a no. And I feel like consent, it can happen on so many different levels, right? And sometimes when we start engaging with someone, maybe we make out, whether it's a new lover or old lover, and it's almost like we have this program in our head that, okay, kissing will lead to touching, will lead to penetration, but it doesn't always have to be like that. So every situation is also unique, right? Just because you usually have sex, usually have penetration, it doesn't mean like today that I want that. So every situation needs a new consent. So let's say you start to make out, you have to make sure that your partner actually want to take the next step, if you want to take the next step. Sometimes I can be with people, I can be intimate with people, but maybe I don't even want to kiss, you know? Maybe I don't want a little touch, maybe I don't want this and that. And that is okay. And how can we like listen to each other and understand that? And if we don't feel that the other person is like, okay, this is my boundary, this is enough, then we have to be able to ask, right? So in the Tantra and like in the world of Tantra and sacred sexuality, you even talk about asking for permission to enter the woman. Like, may I enter your temple? Because it's a sacred temple basically. So you ask for permission to enter, and this is something people do like every time they make love, for example. You don't have to do that, but of course, if you're not sure if it's a fuck yes from your partner, no matter what kind of play it is, you need to make sure.
all right, so I understand everything you said, and I really agree. So what I'll say is, what would you say to some guy who's not in a conscious kind of community? He's in a more, I don't know, let's say normal or regular community where the mindset doesn't seem to be one of asking for, not directly asking for consent, but like kind of reading signs. Like, I remember when I was still a virgin, I was with a girl and we were on a date. Well, what kind of date like teenagers have anyway? We were like in a park or something, sitting on swings.
Ice cream.
Basically. And I wanted to kiss her, and at some point I said, can I kiss you? And she said, you don't have to kiss me. And I've had women say things in the past, I've overheard things where women have, let's say, looked down on guys for asking, whereas like they feel like they want a man to know. So there are certainly men who feel like they're expected to just know, but not to ask.
Yeah, of course, there's an art to be able to know without asking, because it's about feeling energy and be very, very present with your partner. But if you're not sure, like for me, I think it's better to ask than not asking. And also, you don't have to ask in a way that, excuse me, may I kiss you? Like, that's not very masculine, that's not very sexy, you know? Like, you can still be your like masculine, you're sexy, you're...
Excuse me, can I kiss you?
Skip the excuse me. There's no need to excuse yourself. You can say, I would really like to kiss you right now. Maybe you can say that, or like, can I kiss you? And you can show with your body language that you want her, that you lean forward, you know, instead of like, excuse me, can I kiss you right now? Of course, so there's a different energy in the way you can ask as well. But my tips would actually be to ask if you're not sure. And my other tips would be to, of course, observe the body language. If I'm like, you know, lean this way, I'm not like, you know, like this, and very interested, looking in the eye, like you can tell a lot from the body language, from a person's body language, if they are into you or not, or if they are, you know, interested for intimacy, right? So yeah, what would you say? What would your tips be?
I would say, so the thing is this, there's different levels to kind of understanding, because I said this to you before we started recording. When I was younger, I was with so many girls who wanted me to kiss them, or maybe even wanted more, but I was unable to see it. I couldn't see it, because at that time I knew that I wasn't good enough, and I knew that whatever it was I saw, that was just them being nice. So I'm with some girl who inwardly is thinking, Kieran, please kiss me. And in my head, I'm going, okay, she doesn't like me because I'm this, because I'm that, because I'm fat, because I'm ugly. I used to have this thing about being ugly, just everything. And that's all that's going on there. And it was impossible for me to read signs. I remember there was a girl at school who liked me. And I don't necessarily know she liked me romantically or sexually, but she liked me as a person. And she always said hello to me and smiled every time she saw me. And I just knew she was doing it out of pity. I knew. I knew.
That was your truth. That was your story.
My
told
truth
yourself.
was that it was pity. And now I look back, I'm like, no, she actually liked me.
Yeah.
That's why she said hello to me every time she saw me. So I was unable to get signs. So what helped me then is, well, there's a number of, like, there's work you need to do on yourself so that you love yourself enough to not have those insecurities, so that you can see the signs. But in the absence of that work having actually been done, then it became about reading body language, essentially. It's like, yeah, if somebody's pulling away, they probably don't want you to touch them. But if, let's say, if somebody happens to be touching you, and I don't even mean like they're stroking you, but if somebody is very, very, very comfortable with the fact that their body is touching yours, and they haven't even noticed, and they're leaning in and things like that, these are sorts of things that I learned to look for before I learned to quiet the inner chatter.
Yeah, and those signs can be, they can tell you that a person is into you, but it still doesn't say that they want to have sex with you, they want to be intimate with you. Of course, that's another story. So when you're in that situation, I feel like every step actually needs consent, and you need to take it slow. As I said, it's not like, oh yes, we're in bed now, just let's go, you know. And especially penetration, I have to say this, it's such a powerful energetically and physically act, and a woman really needs to be ready, and we need to be ready in our heart and in our body. We need to be aroused, and we need to feel safe, you know. So if it's not a fuck yes, if the woman, the girl, is not like begging her lover to enter her, you should actually wait. It's too early, you know, and that can cause problems. So
yeah, the goal is for consent to be very obvious. You see what I mean? Like, if a woman is begging you to enter her, it's like, okay, it's quite this obvious. There's no room for doubt. There's no room for doubt. Oh, that's the goal.
Yeah, so super important, and there can be misunderstandings, and we can also sometimes let ourselves down because we feel like, yeah, but I'm in a relationship with this person, I should be wanting to have sex right now. So just like, even if you're not in the mood, even if it hurts a little bit, you might just like continue and say yes because it's your boyfriend, or it's you actually feel turned on, but actually you're also not in the mood, you know. And I always say, like, you don't owe anyone anything. It's your body, it's your temple, it's your energy, and it's your choice. So it's also okay to, in the middle of sex or intimacy, to say, stop, I actually need a break. I don't think I feel it right now. Can we just cuddle? Can you just give me a massage, you know? That is beautiful, actually, because then you own up to your own desires. Then you can stand in your own power. So never feel like, okay, once you've started, you have to like ride the whole wave, like you have to go all in. Like, no, consent happens every moment of interaction, so can always change. And that's something I had to learn.
So there are loads of men, while you were talking I was thinking, and something I was thinking about is that as guys, every 13-year-old or 14-year-old, 15-year-old would like to just say, hey, can I kiss you? I mean, that's the kind of, if you have let's say like a 10-year-old who has a girlfriend, the kind of girlfriend you have when you're 10. When I was 10, people had girlfriends, but what are they doing? They just like hold hands and stuff. Yeah, but my point is, like, somebody that young, he's most likely gonna go, can I kiss you?
Yeah, in a sense.
Yeah, and at some point along the way, what happens is that most of us as men, we learn that it is not desirable or sexy to say, can I kiss you? Like, we get that message because, to be honest, men have so much fear around making moves, whether it's a kiss or whether it's penetration or something. It's deeply stressful because you can have a guy's on a date with, say, you, and it's going really well, and you're talking and you're laughing and joking and you like everything he's saying, so he's like, yes, I haven't made a mistake. So many men who you've probably dated and probably wanted to take a step further, they were too scared because they were like, you like me now, but if I do this and I risk it, then you might just decide that you hate me. And what I'm basically getting at is that guy who is, say, with you and he didn't do anything because he had all of that fear, he deep down would like to just ask. Like, as men, we really would.
Yeah.
The number of men who's like, I don't want, we would like that. So I guess what I'm saying is, what would you say to those men then who are like, you know what, deep down I would like to just ask, I would like to just say, hey, do you want to kiss me? And have somebody kiss them back, or hey, do you want to have sex?
Yeah.
We don't want to have to feel like we're, like this psychic James Bond general.
Yeah, we need to we need to make communication normal in intimacy.
I think that's part of it, isn't it?
We think that, it's all this mysterious thing, and like we have to be sexy, sensual, and you only dirty talk and nothing else. No, we can actually talk about, hey, I love this, but can you move your hand a little bit there? Or like, actually, I want to take a little bit slow, or do you want to do this and that with me? Like, allow communication, make communication part of lovemaking. But I also feel like I want to say, because it's never like this, like, okay, you're on a date, it's never like from this to a kiss. There are certain steps and physical steps. So if you want to kiss someone, you can actually, you show with your body first, like look them in the eye, show with your body language. Maybe you hug, and maybe you like come closer with your heads and feel into the other person's energy. And then if she chooses to meet your lips, then it's a kiss. Like, I think it's different steps. It's never from, okay, it was a nice dinner, bye, and then kiss. It's like what you see in the movies. Like, to me, it's more like take it step, like hugging, getting closer with the hands, and see what happens from there.
See, something that's interesting about what you said is that lots of guys do actually try to go from a chat to a kiss.
Yeah.
And the reason,
steps.
Reason being is because, say, the percentage of men who are rapists is very slim. And what I mean is this, like, the vast majority of men in no way, shape or form want to throw themselves on top of a woman. We don't. And we're in the same society as you, and we hear all of the horrible stories of men who have raped women and things like that. We don't want that at all. So something that men are trained on from birth is, do not be a creep, do not be a rapist, do not be a creep. But there isn't much schooling on, okay, what is sexual and what's creepy? Because in order to be creepy, you have to be sexual, if you see what I mean. You can't like throw yourself on a woman without embracing, there is dark sexuality, but there is sexuality there. So because you really don't want to be that person, you lock it in. So this is what happens to tons of guys. They'll be on a date and it's, I'm not a rapist, don't worry, I'm a nice guy, and like this. And because you don't want to do something that creeps her out, so then all of the things that you're talking about, which is correct, but eye contact and moving in closer, you're terrified of doing that. And then of course you haven't really been taught or instructed that that's even a possibility. But then you're at the end of the day and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to kiss her now. I need to kiss her now.
But do you need to kiss? Like, what is going on? Like, is that coming from your head or is that coming from your heart? And like, why is this like need of kissing her coming? Like, if you really want that, I still say you have to show with your body language and feel more than being more like technical and like taking steps and like do it and ask. It's better to show it with your body, but.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that these are fears that guys
Yeah,
have.
I get that. And I think everything comes down to also be connected to yourself, right? Connecting inward, like knowing your own body, knowing your desires, feeling confident in your sexuality. And that's not something that happens overnight, because sexuality is fucked up in today's world, right? So we all have to work on this. We all have to work with our shadows, our inner child, mastering sexuality. Like, it's a long journey, of course, but I really vote for, if you're unsure and if you have a desire to kiss someone, like, you read the body language, but also if you're not sure, like, you really ask. It's better to ask. And I think it's sexy when a man asks. Yeah.
So to clarify, there's a way of asking which is not going to be nerdy and
Sorry, but
yeah, excuse me.
can I possibly?
Could I potentially kiss you?
Oh my god, don't do that.
No, but you'd be like, I'm really thinking about kissing you now. Would that be okay? How was that? Oh, see,
Yeah,
there we go.
It's
So,
like, oh, I feel seen, and he's like confident, and he creates this special space for our kiss also. It's not just like jumping.
a special space.
Yeah.
All right. So I think this is it.
I think this is it.
I think we're finito.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and
Yeah, if we haven't made it abundantly clear, consent it's non-negotiable.
yeah, and it happens every moment and every step. So it's not just like one-time consent and then you can always do things or continue forever. So it happens in every moment, and even the most conscious people in the world struggle with this sometimes. So sometimes it's something we all have to be aware of, to treat each other with respect, and to get to have the best pleasure possible.
Fantastic.